Okay, so we're here today in the basement of a house, and there's a chimney line that came down here into the damper system, and the homeowner advised us he's hearing some crying in here. So we used our infrared FLIR, kind of, I guess you could say, to look behind the wall cavity, and we have a nest sitting here. We can hear the raccoon babies crying. The only way to extract them at this point is to cut a hole into the drywall to get them out. So, well, here we're gonna go. We're gonna cut the hole out and get them out. Mom's in there, I can hear. All right, so here we go. We're down here and I'm just cutting above. So one thing we gotta be careful, when we cut this last piece out, Mama Raccoon might be right there and not be a very happy camper. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, so see the flue line here. Okay, so Mom's in the chimney. I can hear her growling now. Hey, Cav! Oh, she's up top? Okay, good. So what we have is we have Kevin upstairs in the top of the chimney, and you can hear Mama growling. She's up. We've got a tool that once you start cutting it, scared her into the chimney line, and Kevin's trying to pluck her out. So it's more safer for us to go down in there and grab the baby. So I'm safe to cut because I know she's up here. You know what? That was Mom on this side. I think we're going to have to go to a different cut. Oh! She's right here. Get out! Go! Get out! Go! I heard her coming down. Keep that there. She can't come down. So I just almost had my hands in there and I heard Mama coming down the chimney. So the babies are right here. They're just got to make sure that Mama's back up the flue. Is she up there, Kev? Is she back up?
Yeah, she's like halfway through. I gave her about 2 feet and she goes back down.
Okay, just stay there. I'm about to get the babies, and I don't want her coming back down because she just kind of come and said hi just now.
I know. She's about halfway down right now.
Okay. Feel them. Gotta cut a bit more. Oh, you're way down there. Oh yeah. These are newborns. So there's one. Okay. See the umbilical cord still attached to them. All right. We got a couple more down there we're going to get. Let's place this little guy right here for now. Baby number 2. These are only hours old. Like that umbilical cord, still there, it's still wet. Okay. Amazing how she was able to fit down there. I'll show you the hole here in a minute. Number 3. Still got more. My bet is she gave birth, they fell down the wall cavity and she couldn't get to them. So we came at a great time because these guys will be okay. Got one more still in there. We might have 2 more. 1, 2, that's 5. And we've still got another couple down here.
We got a question. Where does the family get relocated to?
I'll answer that in just a sec. Wow, it's a big litter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 so far. All the babies are out now. Hang on a minute, Will.
Just a temporary block.
So what we'll do now is I'm just going to take the camera and I want to show them inside here. So what you're looking at and how these babies were right down in this cavity here. Not much room, but I'm going to show you where Mom came down from. She's got a little piece of drywall there, but I'll move it for you. So you can see up there, this is the chimney flue. So she was able to get through that tiny little hole, and she probably had her butt down here, was giving birth, and the babies fell down here. Our homeowner let us know that he's hearing these babies. We came right out here today, and sure enough, there's no way that raccoon was able to get her babies down there. So good thing that we came out, because now we're going to go outside, reunite them with the mother. And so what we do is, if you look on our Facebook wall after this, is we take our raccoon babies and we put them inside what's called a heated baby box. And this baby box will be up on the roof where the chimney was, and will allow Mom to come back and grab her babies and go relocate them to an alternate den site in the area. So what I'm doing, we just call this a baby bag. This is just going to be able to help us transfer the babies from this location outside to our baby box. We keep some of the insulation that the babies were in to put in our insulated box. This will allow more of a smell for Mom to come back and remember to get them. And it keeps them nice and insulated, warm. These guys are only, I gain max probably 8 hours old maximum. All right, so these are in a safe spot. What I'm going to get you to do, Alex, is go get your tool belt. We're going to come back and patch some screen up on here before we get Mom out of the chimney to make sure she doesn't run back in here and come back into the living space. So how we were able to determine where these babies were is we used an infrared camera, and we were able to see that the babies were right about here. Heat signature was coming off here pretty strong. We could hear them as well. So what we did is just, we always cut above the area and then we can go down. But as we were cutting around, we could hear the Mom scurry back into the chimney flue line. This used to be a chimney and a fireplace, but they drywalled over it. So now Mom's halfway up in the chimney right now, and I got Kevin holding her there so she couldn't come back down and attack us. We did get a little hello from her, but I was able to tap her on the bum there and get her back up in the attic. But again, here's where those babies were, down in this wall cavity. Almost certain Mom couldn't get them. They were buried in plastic and insulation, so we got them right at the right time. So we're just gonna keep the live feed going right now for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna see the adult being evicted, Mom out of the top of the chimney. And again, we don't trap or take these guys anywhere. We don't trap or take these guys anywhere. What's going to happen is these babies are going to be placed in a heated warming box up on the roof, away from predators on the ground. We're going to evict Mom out of the chimney. She will run off today, but when the night falls tonight, she'll come back looking for her babies. They'll be sitting right at the base of the chimney on the roof. She'll be able to enter our baby box, grab her babies, and relocate them. And we'll show you the baby box outside. We're just going to seal this area up. So, okay, so you're in here, you're going to seal this up. What's that?
Do you want to do this?
No, you can do it. And then I'm going to take these guys while you're doing this. And just make sure you hit the studs, right? You got to cut it long enough that you can screw it into these studs here. So what Alex is doing, if you want to say hi, Alex. Alex is going to take some hardware cloth, put it over the hole right now. So as we're trying to evict the mom, she doesn't come back and try to run into the living space. Keep it safe. Okay, so I'll let you do that. I'm going to get Kevin outside and we're going to start filming the eviction outside, okay? So first, while Alex is over there patching that hole, and before we get the raccoons out, take you over here. We're going to transfer these babies into our baby box. Set that there nicely. So what you're seeing here, this is our baby box. Sorry. So if you notice up here, there's a plug. So in the back end of this, I explained in another video this week, it's a baby blanket. We can turn it on low, medium, high, depending on what the night's going to be like. But the heating blanket's under here, which that allows us to put the babies into this box. And if you notice, we do have little holes that we drilled in here that allows the heat to come up here, as well as the baby box is fully insulated. All right, so these babies will be sitting in here. The mother can actually come in through the baby box through this way, come inside the box, sit with her babies for a bit, and then when she's ready, she can relocate them to an alternate den site. So what we're gonna do now is just throw a glove back on here. And excuse the shaky camera, but I'm trying to do this one-handed. And like I said, these raccoons are only days old. This might get a little noisy here as we transfer. These guys will probably cry a tiny bit, but that's okay. That's a sign that they're healthy. It's a nice day. I'm just kind of trying to build up the insulation. Now what we do is we want to make it comfortable for these guys, but we don't want to make it really comfortable, because we don't want mom to stay and house the babies in this box. So we grab a little bit of the insulation, plus the warming will keep them warm, but it won't keep them, won't keep mom wanting to live here. So now, I'll get a nice close up here for you. So if you notice, the eyes are shut. They still got they got their nails already. We do have a little tiny umbilical cord still attached to this guy. All right, these guys are only hours old. All right, so we'll put him in there. We'll put that in there. There we go. Another one there. We're probably going to go back downstairs and pick up some of the insulation that's on the ground. We need a little bit more in here. But for the time being, for the transfer, we're okay. Once we close the box off, and there we go. There we go. See if I can get a better shot here. A little bit of sun on them, keep them warm, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 healthy babies in the litter here. And again, these guys are only hours old. And now that we know that Kevin's got Alex has got the downstairs blocked, we're going to close this box up for now. And we're going to take you up on the roof now, and we're going to see about see if we can get a good shot of mom coming out of the chimney. All right, Kevin, say hi to Facebook World. We're on Facebook Live. Hello. This is our technician, Kevin. We're up on the roof, and can we see mom?
She keeps slipping past the jug.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the camera to you, and then I'm going to pluck this girl out right now. So if you want to give me that. Take this if you want to go stand back there. And then I'm going to ride her up. Okay, so what we're doing, we have a little tool down here. She's about 3 feet. She's biting on the rope. Step back a bit. That's good. Oh, she went back down. What's up, Alex? What's that? Here she comes. she's making her way up. Okay, she's about 6 feet. She's about 4 feet. Stand back up. If she doesn't come out, we'll have to get a one-way door apparatus set up here. She went down into the bottom of the box.
Think of that.
What's that?
I don't know. The jug just keeps
Slipping past it. Hey Alex, you still there?
No.
Okay, I think she's back down near that screen. Do you mind going in and just tap her on the bum or see where she is? Sometimes it's a waiting game. So that's why we're waiting. Let's educate him on this. So you see how this is what we call a do-it-yourself chimney wrap around here. They've taken a little bit of hardware cloth and then a little wire and tapped it on. So we had something similar here. We had what we call a Canadian Tire chimney cap, and they advertise that it's raccoon proof. But what they don't know is the raccoon basically just comes on and rips this in about 10 seconds. Can push this out of the chimney, and then they went down the chimney. So if you really truly want a chimney cap that's animal proof, is hire a professional wildlife control company in your area, and they'll be able to do it for you. But this is pretty much only good for oh, you can hear her coming back up. Here she comes. Those chimney caps are basically only good for like the average bird. So the birds don't play. I got her. So I'm not hurting her. Basically what I'm doing is I'll show you after, but it's a little jug filled with some rocks, and basically when I put it down, it scares her up in the chimney flue line, and then I just start bringing it up behind her and tapping her on the bum, and that'll bring her out here. Here she comes again. Let's see if she gets all the way out this time. She's coming. Here she comes. Okay. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, she's all right. We're good. She ran off. All right. So we'll have to go find her, and hopefully she'll come back later. And oh, there she is. She's running in the backyard. If you want to catch her in the backyard.
Battery's dying.
Oh, battery's dying.
Right there, right there.
Oh, there she goes. She's in the backyard running. So that's fine. We scared her away. Now, quickly, I'll show you what we're using as a tool here. Basically, this is our trick of the trade. Some rocks in there, goes down below her, and we ride her up on the butt there. So, I guess that's thanks for riding along on our raccoon baby extraction and out of a chimney. And now what we're going to do is we'll bring our babies up here for the nighttime, cap the chimneys correctly, and we'll check on these babies tomorrow, make sure mom got them all. If by chance during the eviction process mom doesn't take all the babies, we do have Hobbits Tea Wildlife Refuge on call at all times, and they'll take sick or orphaned infants. So a lot of companies out there aren't humane like us. They won't drive the babies to these sanctuaries. So we'd like to stress that even sick or injured or orphaned babies, we do the humane process and due diligence of taking these babies to this refuge. So thanks for riding along. Again, I'm Jared from Ontario Wildlife Removal, and we'll see you next time.